Well, it's been a long time, guys, since we've done this before, haven't we? Diary of a Retriever named John Weaver. We did. Yeah, 7:29 night, West Coast time on the 23rd of November, 2025. Less than an hour, our notification from Southern California Edison, out here in the Antelope Valley, at least part of the Roseman territory, is tells us we're going to be going through an outage in a few areas. And doing that, I have driven my dog completely insane. Insane, I tell you. So if she's screaming and whining like crazy, she's absolutely totally upset, reading off of my own vibes right now as it is, and she doesn't know how to settle it. Edison gave us a notification a few days ago that they were going to be doing some scheduled work at the Roseman area. If you guys look at your Google Maps or whatever map apps you got, I'll show you a little bit of the territory I've got. I'm trying to squeeze a few room here. Yeah, shut up, dog. Yeah, she's on a fuss tonight. I'm still on, right? Okay, I'm still on, good. I just wanted to make sure that I actually had the browser working at this point, which is going to be turning on to Google Maps. I'm going to have to thing over to the satellite view instead of the. Oh, I'll just keep it on layers. Screw that noise. Okay, so on my Google Maps, it normally defaults to where I'm living at right now, my current location. So this is a security risk for a lot of people, but at this point, I really don't care. I'm going to be dealing with my dog anyway. Addison had said well above Roseman Boulevard, Hook Avenue, and United territory. If you guys are looking at Roseman Boulevard, look on the west side, actually the east side of the place, close to Edwards Air Force Base. You'll see housing development in the northern territory above Roseman Boulevard, which is the street that goes east to west in our town here. And Rabbi Hicks is where they're doing the Edison work. And if that wasn't bad enough, Rabbi Sierra Highway, they've got another outage being scheduled. I don't know if it's going to be scheduled that same day or not, but tonight is right by Hook Avenue. And this is going to be driving me crazy. So, that being said, guys, I know it's been a long while since I've done live. Well over a year, more than that. And dealing with a stressed out dog on a constant basis is no fun. It's not the pain, she's just stressing out. She knows how to walk around. She's got mobility. She is just one stress case right now tonight. Not exactly helping my stress out either. When we have scheduled outages, I want to make sure that I am ready and prepared for it. It's the unscheduled outages that we get when something happens to our power grid that I have to be in a constant readiness state. Meaning, igloo containers, blue ice, bags of frozen ice. It hasn't seen anything since the Antarctic days. Okay, we'll put her down here. She's going to be circling around and running and screaming her head off because I am here. She is not, and she's just going to bless. So, give her a few seconds. She's growling like an old broad. She's 20 years old. She's over 20 years old. She's a senior citizen. Thinks she demands everything. She's blind. She's deaf. And she wants. And if I leave her alone for a couple of seconds, yeah, that's what happens. So I have to maneuver her one way or another back over here so I can hold on to her for a little bit. And she's stressing. Even if I happen to hold on to her on my bed, she's still stressing. Yeah, she's still griping and grumbling. Come here. You're the one griping and grumbling at this point, Ma. You're wanting so much. You want to run? Go. I would prefer her trying to run around here, but I'm still have to keep an eye on this old crippled girl of mine. She stresses like crazy. Okay, so I was telling you about the map situation over here. Get over here. Yeah, this is live. Normally I would be doing this on tape and have no problems with it, but this thing's happening live, and she wants to stress, so let's stress. So in a scheduled outage, I have to keep ice available, less stuff to eat, frozen that is, in the freezer, but everything prepared for just in case for about 8 to 10 hours of power loss. I also deal with the CPAP machine, so I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight. If you happen to see anything crawling around across the screen or in the background, do not freak. That's bug war. You guys were watching my videos. You'd know I'm still dealing with the cockroach war and haven't heard anything from management yet, so I'm dealing with that as well. For emergency lighting, this is the fun creative part. I've got 3 lightsabers, blue. I should have got the red lights, but they're supposed to be coming in tonight from Amazon. But I got blue lightsabers, one in the bathroom, one in the bedroom, and one out here. Yeah, bag over there just in case. Christmas lights. Change the batteries. If wood gets stale or spoiled, I have to get that replaced, so I had to check balances out left and right. I'm doing things to keep myself busy, and it's been stressing me out all damn day. I hadn't any sleep yet. I think I had about an hour and a half. That was about yesterday, I think. Some people are going to be wondering about my fun or about my life, how the hell I'm doing. Well, I'm a 24/7 caregiver to Madam Stress Case or Fuss Budget or however I want to call her. All she knows her name, and she knows she's stressing out like crazy. So I happen to get her in the arms and kind of stroke her a little bit. Maybe she'll settle down enough where I am not stressing out about her. But guys, I wanted to keep you there we go. I wanted to keep you up to date what was going on. So if I'm not on the tube all that often, I'm dealing with 24/7 this. But as of today, I am dealing with an outage coming up, and I do not like these things. Neither does everybody else. They don't know how to deal with it, or they'll deal with it in their own way. For me, I have to have my stuff ready at a constant basis, just in case. Constant stress case I am. Other than that, I just wanted to keep you guys apprised of what's going on. I know there's a lot of politics out there. I can go blathering up a storm. I've been having computer issues over one thing or another, so sometimes the videos suck in quality and the picture. I'm using this on the main lap, and I hardly ever use it for communications. If I have to, I'll have to. And Bluetooth don't work too well in this thing. Even if I've got an adapter, I got 2 pieces of garbage. I'll stick with the wire and corded. Yeah. Well, after 7:30 right now, it's about 7:38. Thank God. I feel like I'm on edge. Besides the political world and everything else changing left and right, and we don't know what the hell's going on the next day. A scheduled outage is something I'm focusing on like an emergency situation. And for me, it would be a considered emergency situation. Got water in the refrigerator. Still needs to be changed since last Civil War. I've got my perishables with blue ice in the refrigerator. I'm keeping it closed, and I've got the ice packs or ice bags keeping everything else frozen inside. I still have to keep them recycle if I have to, but if I keep the door closed and don't need anything out of it, that means one of the igloo containers I have will have my essentials, liquids, waters, have my milk, have my juice. That's all I need for the night. But beyond that, we'll see what happens. If I have to eat something cold and dry, well, bananas for breakfast, and so is Pop Tarts. If there was any hot water left, we had to rely upon the faucet to get a little bit of a mediocre coffee. Work on that in the morning. I know everybody's having a conniption fit. Everyone's having a freak out left and right, and everyone's trying to say what they're saying it's going to be. I'm doing the end streaming and just waiting for the outage to kick in and my nightmare to start up. If not that, I'm still waiting for Amazon to deliver their stuff. I hope so I can get my material. You know, when I got the blue lightsabers, it was supposed to be for like, I'm a Jedi Knight, the good guys. Yeah, unfortunately, this particular good guy has a lighting issue. Well, I understand about science a little bit, not much, but some. Red light has a longer wavelength and less intensive, but you can still see it for longer distance. Blue is short, powerful, lightweight, intense, hard as hell to see sometimes at night. Its red light works better. Eyes can get adjusted more to that. But we're always used to the white light all the time. But red lights one can get used to. If not that, Christmas lights work. Gotta try that one, guys. I've kept Christmas lights up. It's not on all the time, except for my bedroom. That way I've got a constant light source for this dog and for myself, so anything happens, I got something going on. I'm just waiting for whatever happens. I'm also waiting for delivery of stuff coming through Amazon. That way I'll get things ready. I'm tired. Being a caregiver of a dog is one of the most stressful things I've actually been through. Being a caregiver in my life. I've been a caregiver as a kid for my aunt, for a grandmother, and then several decades later, for my mother, and another dog, and my big brother, and now this dog. I don't know what it's like not to be a caregiver. I still think it's a family obligation, a family duty, and it's something I am, something I do. And that's all I can do. It doesn't mean I have bad skills in nursing or in medical. I learn on the job. Speaking of which, some of the videos I had concerning about the dark videos with the numbers on them, well, those are some of the most intense stuff I've got that I didn't have a chance to label because I've been too damn busy today. But yeah, I've got my viewpoints regarding what they're doing for the Department of Education, which is tearing the damn thing apart left and right. So anybody going out for loans and grants, watch out, guys. I'm among you, and we're going to get screwed over in that one. But also, there are certain professional jobs out there that at one time required certification or at least a license. At least I know the nursing required licenses and you needed certifications to deal with mathematics and stuff. That's primary being an account controller or a tax specialist. But going and getting an education for it, that's being torn apart left and right. According to the Trump administration, they're saying you can't be that way. You can't be a professional. You can't be a professional nurse. You can't have a license for being a nurse. How many doctors and how many nurses out there are having a conniption fit over this one? Even therapy, behavioral health medicine, forget it. No longer. Because this is what the Trump organization wants. Drive us insane and keep us that way. Why not? It kept us hungry, kept us famished, or kept robbing us. There's still talk that Trump still wants his damn ballroom, and there's jokes still going around on that damn thing. That would be the Amazon. Hold on. I would have to keep that damn back on over here. Stay here and wine, Ma. Yeah, I know, Ma. Okay. Yep. Yeah, I know about that one. I know about that one. But the other orders, they're not even coming today. They said they're arriving today, but they're not. That's all right. They're ordered. They've been shipped. No, they're going to be shipped. And we'll see what happens. All right, guys. Just wanted to keep you apprised of what was going on. I said it before. I'll say it again. I'll try one of these here days to do another live if I can. You guys stay safe. Keep your wits about you. The United States is no longer what we like and love at this point. It's no longer the country that we know of. And at this point, I don't know what the hell we're supposed to be doing. Trying to get back our country one way or another, either by peace or do they actually want red corpuscles to be shown? Right? I got ghosts in this place. All right, guys. That being said.